We are back this week with Coach Fell and linebacker Jay Thomas. A tight win last Friday against Finley that pulled it off 41-34. I'm going to go right to you this week, Jay.
Right.
Talk about it. 17 tackles, 2 sacks, touchdown run. But talk about that big play at the end. 1 yard to go and you were able to stop him. Tell me about that play.
Well, as a senior, I felt my team needed me in that situation, and we've been in that situation before. So I just I gave him my all. I went through the line as hard as I could, and I ended up getting a sack in the backfield.
How big was that play for you guys, Coach?
Cat's been making plays forever, but that was great because it just seemed like they were going to score. You had that feeling at 4th down and 1 that they had Mogaloo in there, and I was amazed they did not block Jay Thomas. That would have been my number one thing if I was Finley's coaching staff. I'd have said, no matter what we do, get a body on him. He came in untouched, and not only stopping, he knocked him back 5 yards. So when we started our drive, we were on the 6 instead of on the 1 yard line. So that was a huge play. That was play of the game.
Talk a little more about that game. Early on, we thought this was going to be a blowout again for you guys, and then you had to catch up and take us through the game a little bit, Coach.
Well, we scored 2 touchdowns in the first minute, so up 13-0. Then Jay got his touchdown. There was still 6 minutes to go in the first quarter, and we're up 20-3. But they're a good football team, and it was their homecoming night. They didn't quit, and they kept battling back, and they found a couple things that were working against us. And it was a battle. Denai Morris made a great block of a punt to put us up a touchdown at halftime. And I looked at the scores, 34-27, and I'm figuring in my head that'd be 68 to 54 or whatever. And I'm thinking it's going to be a tight, long ball game. The second half, both defenses stepped up, and I thought the second half, both teams played pretty well.
Jay, you've been making lots of headlines lately. I'm going to go back to the St. Francis game. What was that play? You didn't know who had the ball, so you just took everybody down in one shot? Talk about that play a little bit.
Well, it was kind of just something that happened at the moment. I didn't intentionally plan on
Tackling everybody?
I plan on taking 2 players down, but I did what I could, and I just went. When I blitzed, I go as hard as I could, so I just knocked them off their feet, both of them.
What's your big motivator right now, Jay, this season?
Trying to win the track. That's my main motivation, and being a leader of the team, that motivates me, and hopefully I think that the players look up to me as energy-wise. I try to keep the players up, and my teammates doing good. That motivates me also. I try to get them all riled up for the game and do what I can. So
this young man is a great example. I would put him as our poster child for Lima Senior, the school and the football program. Because we don't get any better than this. I mean, he's a honor roll student. He's a great football player, great basketball player, but even better than that, he's a great young man. And it's one of those guys that you want the young kids to emulate. You want the kids in our school. If I had 11 guys with his attitude, my job would be very, very easy. But he does a great job of helping other kids out, motivating them, and just having him around is positive. Last year at this time he was battling a bum shoulder. So this year, he's healthy, and you can just see he's doing a great job for us, and he's definitely a leader of our football team.
I'm guessing you're getting some calls from colleges already. What are you looking at right now?
I'm still waiting on it. I don't have any offers, so that's what I'm really just waiting on.
Yeah, no one has given him a Division I offer, but the whole MAC is called about him and looking at him that way. And it's one of those things. They're busy right now, so when this season's over, I think he's going to have his chance to play Division I football on a full ride. And we're looking forward to seeing who really wants him out there. And I know he can play on Saturdays, that's for sure.
Let's look ahead to Friday. Last home game here in St. John's. St. John's undefeated right now in the track. This is a must-win, I'm guessing, Coach.
Yeah, we our goal is to win the track, and so we got to beat them. And if we can beat them, then we have 2 more on the schedule that way. But playoff points, it's also a huge game. I don't think if we don't win this ball game or the Toledo Central Catholic's ball game, I don't think we can get in the state playoffs. So those were goals early on in the season for us, and so in order to get there, we got to win this football game.
How tough is it going to be? What are the weapons that St. John's will bring?
Last year they scored 60 points on us, and quarterback threw for 560 yards. So he's back, and so we know what we got to do as far as trying to contain him. They got good receivers out there. They run the ball. They have a running back, almost like number 23 Stenson for Finley last week. They're number 6, and he runs hard. So it's going to be a real challenge for us to slow them down.
Senior night, Jay. What's it going to be like for you to play out there one last time?
Ooh, it's going to be nice. Well, my dad can actually make this game, so I'm trying to give him my best for him, and being that he works a different shift this year, and it's a real honor just to play as a Spartan, and I'm gonna give it my all. Hopefully, come out with a W.